Yeah, hi, I'm Craig McNamara. I'm the Transition Service Manager here at Fort Drum, and I just wanted to take a few moments to talk about what I think is a very important program and opportunity for our spouses and military affiliated family members. It's called the Home Based Business Program, and it creates a great opportunity for young military families and established military families to operate a business here on base. There's some limits to what we can do with it. We don't authorize food establishments, and that's primarily because the resources that it takes to have a second industrial kitchen in a residential environment really isn't something we can achieve through this process. But we're being pretty liberal about what we will allow. Another area that we really don't really allow at this point is any type of tattoos or body modifications, piercings, things like that. And those are really health issues. We want to make sure that the community remains safe. But everything else is pretty much there. We have great businesses now that do things like awards and decorations. They'll engrave different things like you'd see at other commercial opportunities outside of the base. They'll help with awards and T-shirt making and car detailing and you name it, we have it. Hair extensions, beauty supplies, and things like that. So wonderful opportunities for folks to really earn some additional income while they're here at Fort Drum and while they're residing on the installation. There are some rules with it. You do have to go through Jefferson County, and you'll have to get what's called a DBA, a doing business as, what that means is essentially you're announcing to the county that you're going to be doing business under this name, and this named business belongs to you. Not a very expensive process, not a very hard process. Jefferson County is very good at working with that. If you're going to have employees, you're going to need an EIN number. That's an employee identification number. That helps with tax purposes and stuff like that. But if it's truly just a single entity sort of business, then the DBA, and then there's a couple of forms we need you to fill out. There's an application for a home-based business, and that's done through our Employment Readiness Office, Mr. Leon Donaldson. You can reach Leon at area code 315-772-1090, and Leon's wonderful at working these processes. We try and expedite them as quickly as we can. An additional form that you'll need is a risk assessment form, and for many people in the military, this is something they're very familiar with. What it's essentially designed to do is for you to sit down and sort of identify. Let's say that you have a dog washing business. You're going to, do dog. You're going to wash dogs. So say you have that business, and you're using chemicals or you're using and storing different types of products and stuff like that. Even if the products are relatively safe, you want to account for how you're storing the products, how you're going to keep them away from any children that might be in the home, how you're going to make sure that they're stored where they won't cause any type of risk to fire or anything like that. If you're doing like a auto detailing business, then you'd want to account for how are you going to do that? How are you going to make sure that the exhaust fumes aren't causing any issues? Any of the chemicals that you're using, if you're using heat guns or steamers or stuff like that. And we want to make sure that the power associated with our residential housing is sufficient for you to operate the business. So if you're going to make T-shirts and you've got this large carousel that prints these T-shirts, but it requires 220 volts of electricity, and we don't have that. We want to make sure that we're accounting for all of those types of things so that we're not putting either the installation or yourself at risk. Fairly easy forms to fill out. They're more conversations than anything else. And once you've got all that together, then Leon will assist you in helping getting that process through the installation. There'll be a legal review associated with that. And essentially it makes its way up to the garrison commander, and the garrison commander, this is one of the programs that he really wants to support. So he's very generous in approving these quickly for us. So it shouldn't be a long, drawn-out process. In many cases, if the business is something that we've had pre-approved, or it's a business that you're transferring from one installation to another, we can then give you pre-approval while you're waiting for the process. So if it's something we've never done before and there's some mitigating circumstances that we really want to address, we may not be able to do that. But in many cases, we can give you pre-approval and allow you to operate that business pending an approval. And that gives you time to get all your paperwork together, send it up to Leon and the team, and then from there, they'll take it from there for you. So in many cases, you can operate that business as soon as you're ready to operate it. And in most cases, in fact, in all cases up to this point, we've not had any issues with getting approval for them after you've begun the business. But keep in mind that there may be mitigating circumstances that would prevent us from being able to do that. So Again, just in a quick review, we don't allow food production, and that again is a health issue and resource issue. You need to have a secondary commercial kitchen. We don't allow any type of body modifications or tattoos, and again, that's a health issue. We want to make sure everybody stays safe, and we don't have the resources to inspect those type of businesses. And one last thing that I want to talk to anybody who's thinking about an HBB. We have the Boots to Business courses here designed for our transitioning soldiers who want to go into entrepreneurship. We would make that available to any spouse who wishes to participate. And what that'll do is give you the opportunity to put a business plan together to really professionalize your business and really kind of set goals for yourself so that you can achieve goals incrementally while you run the business. So I hope that this information is valuable to you, and I hope that it really assists you in making these decisions. Don't be afraid to reach out to us for a business. You cannot operate a business without these licenses without these approvals on the installation. And what happens is we have to send a cease and desist order should there be a business that's unapproved. We don't enjoy doing that, but that's something we have to do. So feel free to come and talk to us. My name is Craig McNamara. Again, Leon Donaldson is our program manager for the Employment Readiness Program. Either of us would be happy to help you, and we're looking forward to working with you, talking to you, and seeing you be successful in your businesses. Thank you.